Unexpected decisions and internal dramas are shaking up the Cleveland franchise this offseason. The early departure of a veteran leader from the defense left many fans stunned, while star Myles Garrett, after an explosive trade request, has made it clear that he intends to rebuild the team, but not before sending strong messages to the locker room. Between controversial cuts and million-dollar contracts, the Browns find themselves at a decisive crossroads for the 2025 season. Let's break down every detail that could define the future of the franchise. Welcome! Show your support for the Browns by reaching 100 likes on today's video. The Cleveland Browns' decision to release Ogbo Okoronkwo before even the training camp caught many by surprise, including respected figures within the team's community. Okoronkwo, although not a standout player in statistics, played a vital role as a rotational piece and, more importantly, as a mature leader in the locker room. Hanford Dixon, a former player and historical reference for the Browns, did not hide his surprise when commenting on the decision. "I thought Okoronkwo was going to be a key part of this defense. To me, he was a reliable veteran." His words echo the sentiment of many fans who saw Okoronkwo as an anchor for the defensive line amid the team's rebuilding process. Okoronkwo arrived in Cleveland in 2023, coming from stints with the Rams and Texans, bringing experience and a solid work ethic. In his rookie season with the Browns, he recorded 31 tackles and 4.5 sacks, numbers that, while not spectacular, demonstrated consistency and the ability to impact games. In 2024, his production dipped slightly, but he remained relevant with 23 tackles and 3 sacks. However, the Browns' defense underwent significant changes in personnel, with the return of Alex Wright, a promising player at the position, and the addition of former first-round pick Joe Tryon-Shoyinka, brought in to further bolster the rotation of defensive ends. These additions indicate that the franchise is seeking not just performance, but also a younger profile, aligned with a medium-term plan. The team is undergoing a soft rebuild, a careful transition that prioritizes gradual renewal without fully sacrificing immediate competitiveness. Okoronkwo, at 30 years old, did not fit into the Browns' accelerated development philosophy for the coming years. Moreover, financial considerations certainly influenced the decision. The cost-benefit of the player was weighed, and the team decided to invest in younger players with higher growth potential and more favorable cap-friendly contracts. Despite the little publicity surrounding the cut, the impact on the defense is palpable. Okoronkwo brought a quiet leadership, a voice that balanced the younger players and helped in the mental preparation of the defensive line for weekly challenges. For the Browns, hope now rests on Myles Garrett and Isaiah McGuire as pillars of the defense, with bets on the rise of younger players to form a rotation expected to be efficient and dynamic. However, this strategy is not without risks. The loss of an experienced veteran can leave a gap in communication and emotional control within the group. The pressure for younger players to assume these responsibilities can be immense and may affect the defense's performance throughout the season. Therefore, this move reflects the classic dilemma of sports management, the tough decision between maintaining experience and betting on the future. The success of this choice will heavily depend on the development of young talents and the coaching staff's ability to fill the leadership void. As Cleveland adjusts its defense and makes choices that divide opinions, Myles Garrett's stay has taken on dramatic contours that involve the entire franchise. Next, we will delve into the story of the star's trade request and his final decision, which could determine the team's success or failure in the coming years. Myles Garrett, an icon of the Browns' defense and one of the most dominant players in the NFL, starred in one of the most remarkable stories of the offseason. Early in the dead period, he shocked the football world by publicly demanding a trade. The shock was immediate. The team's main defensive pillar, known for his intensity and overwhelming presence on the field, appeared ready to break away from the team that drafted him and where he built his career. Garrett did not hold back in criticizing the franchise's direction, voicing dissatisfaction with the team's trajectory, which generated a mixed reaction among fans and teammates. For fans, it was a harsh blow, especially since the player had always been a symbol of the Browns' grit and competitiveness. However, after months of negotiations and much speculation, Garrett decided to remain in Cleveland, signing a blockbuster extension, 4 years and $160 million, which will keep him with the team until 2030. This contract not only secured the defensive end stay, but also sent a clear message. Garrett wants to be the face of the team's rebuilding effort. Despite the financial agreement, what caught attention were the recent statements from the player himself about the tough conversations he had with his teammates. "I talked to them, and they understood that this is business," Garrett explained. "We love what we do. I love this team, and they understood that I was trying to do what was best for me." After talking with General Manager Andrew Berry and Coach Kevin Stefanski, we aligned on what was best for me and for the team, and now we are looking toward the future. This statement reveals the athlete's maturity, understanding that relationships within the locker room need to go beyond momentary conflicts. More importantly, it shows a renewed commitment to lead not only with talent, but also with dialogue and transparency. The impact of this renewal is enormous for the franchise. Securing Garrett, a 6-time Pro Bowler and former Defensive Player of the Year, is essential for building a defense capable of competing at a high level in the AFC, especially in a division with strong rivals. However, the challenge will be greater than ever. Garrett needs to maintain his high physical and mental level, as well as act as a mentor for younger players like Isaiah McGuire and others who will take on larger roles in the defense. Additionally, the tension created by the trade request has left scars, and the coaching staff will play a crucial role in ensuring group harmony and keeping focus on the season. The million-dollar contract also brings pressure for Garrett to deliver dominant and consistent performances, justifying the investment and inspiring the team toward the playoffs and perhaps a new title. The Browns' offseason was a perfect reflection of the dilemmas that rebuilding teams face. Between cutting veterans and betting on the new, between retaining leaders and dealing with their dissatisfaction, and between financial decisions and technical needs. Okoronkwo was a cut that symbolizes the future, while Garrett's renewal symbolizes the importance of holding on to the big stars that make a difference. My opinion? Cleveland needs to find a delicate balance between these two forces, valuing the experience that Garrett brings while accelerating the growth of young talents so that the team does not rely exclusively on a single player. And you, Browns fan, do you agree with these choices? Do you believe the team can balance youth and experience to become competitive again? Leave your comment. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel to stay updated on everything happening with the Cleveland Browns and the NFL. Your support makes all the difference in keeping this rich and exclusive content coming.